Pastor Will.
Hey, how is our virtual congregation today, this evening? Good to see everybody. I'm glad you're watching us. I'm glad you're listening. Jimmy, we want to welcome everybody to the world famous Will and
Jimmy Show.
One more time, this world famous Will and
Jimmy Show.
All right, and I know it's all good because Jimmy has his famous t-shirt that says, I like records and maybe 3 people. You're wearing that a little more often here lately, aren't you?
Maybe that's intended. Someone asked me and said they liked it the other day, and I told them I was going to change the 2 to a 3. I like 2 people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I could easily mark that out and change that real easy.
Well, you could add a little bit to it, make it 8 people.
I don't think I could do that.
Probably couldn't handle that many. Okay, Jimmy, and you're wearing your Hey Dudes.
Yes. Different Hey Dudes.
Yeah, I thought those are new ones today.
Those are newer ones, yeah.
All right. And Jimmy finally gave up on the short pants.
Yeah, had to. It was a little cold this morning.
Yes. Oh, man, the frost looked like snow. But
yeah, very heavy.
We will eventually get some snow. We've not really had any snow this year, and it's late. You know, I look back through my Facebook history on this date, and we've always, for the last 5 or 6 years, had measurable snow before now.
Right.
And we're a little slow coming this year, but we'll get it.
Yes.
It'll be here.
Well, you made a prediction last week.
A week ago, I predicted that we will get snow on Friday.
This upcoming Friday.
Week. Yeah, day after tomorrow.
Just the other day, I looked at the extended forecast, which, it really doesn't mean much.
It changes from day to day.
But Friday, it showed on this upcoming Friday snow showers. It's like, oh, you got to be kidding.
Well, hey, I'm still standing by that.
You never know. I'm
still going to stand by it, okay? Well, Jimmy, let's see. We've got all of our Jimmy and Will Show t-shirts over here. And if you're still looking for that favorite gift for your friend or for your not-so-favorite friend, these are free. You can't shop any better than that. You could stop by Shades and pick out a t-shirt of whatever size you want.
We have small through 2XL.
All right.
Still in stock.
Okay, we have these in stock. And as I said, we never put a price on anything at Shades of Grace. It's freely given. All we ask is that you wear it and share it. Okay, so we have those. If you like that, if you're having trouble finding a unique gift for Christmas, I promise you, you won't find this one in Walmart or Bloomingdale's.
Or Bloomingdale's, that's right. And we have our stickers, our vinyl stickers.
Yes, yeah.
That would be a nice little stocking
nice
stuffer.
Little gift.
Yeah.
And we've got our red plastic Shades of Grace cups.
Right.
Have we got anything else there?
I think that's about all we got.
Some people could do their shopping right there.
You sure could. Yep. Right here. Yep.
Shop and stop and not even pay.
And praise the Lord. All in one place.
Right. I've got a cough drop in my mouth, so that's what you see going on here. Let's see now. What else are we going to talk about here today, Jim?
Well, we need to talk about this past Saturday's service.
Go for it.
We had some special guests with us, the Scott County Community
Choir.
And boy, they really, there's that saying, you had to be there. It's kind of one of those, you had to be there. To hear it in this building.
Yes, the acoustics were great.
Was amazing. It sounded okay online, but you really needed to be here to experience that. But they did such a wonderful job.
Yes.
And they had someone that did a little piano recital. I believe that was the granddaughter of one of the members of the choir.
Yes.
She sang a song as well. And
that's right.
It was really good. It really added to the kind of the holiday season, I guess. And
yes.
A lot of people, including myself, struggle to kind of get into that sometimes. That holiday spirit or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And that always helps.
And it helps to have those, and to have the little kids and several children involved in their music, and that kind of just added, Christmas is for everybody, but Christmas came in the heart of a little child, a little baby. And I guess that's one thing that makes Christmas so festive when we have children around.
And I agree.
Right.
And for me, snow always helps.
Yes, we'll get that.
Yeah, what was it, 2 years ago?
2 years ago on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We woke up Christmas morning and had about 14 inches
it was a good one.
Beautiful snow.
Yes.
So we're going to get it sooner or later. We'll just be patient. Okay, Jimmy, let's see. One other thing we need to really promote is our videos or recordings for the for the virtual Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to them?
So Christmas Eve we'll be doing our morning service here in
Yes.
person, of course,
Right.
at 10:30.
Our Christmas service will be on Christmas Eve.
Yes, and then later that night at 9:00, we're going to have a virtual Christmas Eve service.
And I always look forward to that.
We've always done that in years past. We've done it several different
Right.
ways over the years, but this year we're going to do one longer service instead
And
of
this
the
year
short
we're not
ones.
going to have to stay up to midnight to watch
Right.
the last one.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's been a struggle
Yeah.
for me the last
Yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah.
But I know we had some troopers that stuck in there with us
Yeah.
and watched every single one of them. But this year, I think we'll do it at 9, and we'll probably replay it again at 11.
There you
Forever. There's some night owls out
Sure,
there I
yeah.
know amongst us, and it's just going to be a collaboration of music, Christmas music, and we would like to get each of you, anyone who's interested, to share a Christmas scripture or a scripture that just touches your heart.
Right.
A song.
Or a memory.
Yeah, a Christmas memory. And, you know, well, I'll tell you now, our questions for today are not Bible questions. They're Christmas trivia questions.
Okay. All right.
And one of the questions has something to do with the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. And sitting here putting those together, man, I sure had a memory come up. I remember there were some folks that babysat me as a young child. Took me to England. You know,
Yeah,
kind of
you
know that
lived in
story.
England for a while.
And he and I, Dale was his name, we would sing the 12 Days of Christmas at night. And I was, I guess, about first grade, something like that. And I knew it all. I knew and it'd take, 20 minutes to get through it all if you do it the right way. And I just sitting there typing up those questions, it took me back that many years. And I had such a great moment remembering that. And that's what I want to kind of tap into with everyone. Just what Christmas is about to you and your family and your friends and the celebration of Jesus and how all that ties together and what it means to you.
Yep. Can you cancel that?
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. We're back.
Hey, this is Shades of Grace. We've already had 2 interruptions in the 5 or 10 minutes that we've been doing this.
Yeah.
But it's all good, and we're very grateful for the opportunities that come our way.
Yes.
But Jimmy was talking to us here, I believe, about the 12 days of Christmas
Yeah,
memories.
just sharing that Christmas memory. And what I was saying is, if you wanted to share anything like that on this virtual Christmas Eve service, that would be great. But somebody asked me last week, they said, well, what do you want me to say? And I said, whatever's on your heart to say is fine. If you want to sing, whatever you want to do.
Tell your favorite story, read a poem, read a Bible verse, sing a song, play an instrument, whistle, hum. I mean, you could just about draw a picture. I mean, you could just use your own imagination, right?
Well, that's what everybody loves.
Yeah.
You know, we are a very diverse church here at Shades of Grace.
Express what Christmas means to you.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. And we like all that different to come into one.
Yes, we do.
So the cutoff is Monday, the 19th.
And that's this coming Monday.
We are pressing. And,
yes. And we'd love to have a wonderful Christmas Eve service, and we need you in order to do that.
Now,
it just won't be the same without
some
everybody.
people have asked how. How can I do this? Probably the easiest way, if possible, is just to swing by Shades of Grace one day during our hours that we're open.
Right.
And I have the camera ready all the time. We've done a few today.
We have.
Which is a matter of
Yes.
fact. So I have the camera ready. Or if you can't get here for some reason, if you can record yourself on your phone and then send that video to me via my personal Facebook page or the Shades of Grace page, either one, and I can get you added that way.
Okay, great.
So there's several options, and if you need help with that, just give me a call. I'll be happy to help.
But we really want you to do this.
Yes.
We want to try to reflect the image of who Shades of Grace is. Many of you who view this live far away places, and you'll never be able to be here in a service and meet our people. But this is an opportunity for you to be able to actually hear the voices and actually meet a few of our people.
Right.
Yeah.
So get with us here over the next few days, and let's really make this happen.
Yes.
Make it a nice service.
Yes, absolutely.
I know it's going to come together just fine.
It will.
And I really look forward to it.
And I know we're going to have Landon. We'll have Oscar and David.
Most likely.
More than likely. And
And we may have a song for Miss Bell.
Yeah,
in there as
absolutely.
well.
Miss Bell and Billy is supposed to do the song that he wrote. Jesus is on the way. Yeah, it's great. So if you sing or you want to do whatever, they can video that on their cell phone, right?
Yeah, you
and
can.
send it in.
You sure can.
Yeah.
Several people have done that over the years, especially during COVID.
Yes.
There's a lot of illness and sickness going around right now
Yes.
as we speak. A lot of sick people.
Yes.
You think you shared a post with me there yesterday. One of the local Methodist churches here in Kingsport had a big cantata
Yes.
scheduled for later this week. We actually advertised that earlier.
And everything's been canceled.
Due to illness and
COVID,
yes. COVID and flu.
And COVID actually, as of this past weekend, the positivity rate was back up to 8.8, and a number of people hospitalized. So we just can't be too careful. We have the flu, we have the RSV, we have the COVID, we have all this stuff, and just all the regular stuff that we fight.
Yes.
And deal with. So anyway, that's kind of telling people what we're going to be doing. Now let everybody know what's coming up on January 9th.
January the 9th.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's a Monday. It's going to be our first meeting of Recovery at Shades.
Yes, I like that sound.
Recovery at Shades. Yes, I think that's good. It's going to be here weekly, like I said, Monday evenings at 5 o'clock. We're going to have a recovery class.
This will be open to men and women. Yeah.
This is the first time we've done anything like this in
a long
good
time.
while.
Yes.
So it's very exciting.
Yes, it is.
And I think we've got a few members here at Shades of Grace that are going to be participating and facilitating these meetings.
Yes.
And I think it will be a great class. If you know anyone who needs this service, please let us know.
Right.
Let them know and have them join us because we're excited about this.
This will be facilitated by our own Shades of Grace people. So this is a good opportunity to see some of our folks within the church and the ministries that are going out from the church. So it'll be right here at 313 East Sullivan Street, Monday evenings, 5 o'clock, starting on January 9th. And that'll be here before you know.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's hard to believe we're talking about January already.
We're already looking at 2023.
Yes, we're making our calendar. I've already started making the calendar for next year for events, and this year has flown by.
Yes, it has.
But it's been a good year.
It really has.
It's been a very blessed year.
Yes, it has. Okay, and so we've talked about Sunday, 4 o'clock, YouTube. How many YouTube viewers do we have approximately?
Well, we have 70 subscribers now.
Okay.
As of the other day. And we probably average 25 to 30 viewers on YouTube. But the thing about YouTube is if you are not registered on YouTube, like if you don't sign in with your email address, you don't count as a viewer. So who knows how many we actually have,
Hard to say.
But more people are starting to join us on there.
Okay.
And Facebook remains the same, but I am seeing new names each week.
I do too, yes.
And we welcome everyone. And even on the Will and Jimmy Show, we're seeing new names.
Yeah, so we welcome all of you.
Many people that we've not met.
Right.
Or many people that we've met here recently. So we are glad that you've joined us.
Yes, we are.
We're very thankful for each of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about worship on Saturday. We're talking about this coming Saturday. We will be celebrating the fourth Sunday, which actually we're doing on Saturday, the fourth weekend of Advent. So we're just getting an extra day to celebrate.
Right.
Some of you may not know when we used to always do services on Sunday. And through the pandemic, we lost most of our congregation. Many passed away. Many vanished and disappeared. And so we began something new by meeting on Saturdays. And it's the best thing we could have done. It truly is. So
I think people are really enjoying it.
Yes.
And if, like I always say, and I'll continue to say it, if you're not here, you are really missing out.
Yes.
The music is just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's great online. I enjoy it online. I watch it, on Sundays as well. But it's one thing to be here in person.
Sure.
And to hear it. There is a difference.
It is a difference.
And I know some people can't be here physically, and that's okay. We understand.
Right.
But if you can, especially, over these next couple of weeks as we walk right into Christmas, this is a great time.
Yes, it is.
And then the Christmas Eve service will be our Christmas service.
And it's a good time to start thinking about those New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Try to practice them a little bit.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
let's see, one other thing. Are we still doing the FM 92.1?
92.1. Yes, we did it this past weekend.
Okay.
We will continue to do that. And as this works out, we kind of work the little tweaks out of the system. Eventually, we plan on streaming throughout the day
Okay.
previous services of past.
And maybe some of the Friday Night Live musicals.
Things
and
of that nature.
different things, yeah.
Ran into just a little hiccup that I'm trying to figure out how to do it the best way without having to buy another big piece of equipment. But
Okay.
I'm going to figure something out.
Jimmy will figure it out, I promise you.
But
Yeah.
just another thing on the ever growing list to do.
Yes.
Boy, today I'm telling you, today was a busy day.
Oh, we've been so busy. I'm sitting here with my eyes heavy, and I slept good. I'm just, it gets tiring. It's
does.
very emotionally draining here.
We had not to jump onto another subject, but the needs today were
More than we know how to
a
handle.
lot of them. We just don't know what to do. We had several with disconnection notices of their electricity that were near $1,000.
Yeah.
People being evicted. Someone came in who was, and this is the second or third case of this in the last little bit. They get Section 8 housing assistance, but she got a new job making more money and trying to better. I firmly believe she's trying to better herself.
And then her rent went
And
up.
her rent went from $75 to $450 in a 30-day period because she was making more money. But even though she was making more money, she didn't make enough to cover that jump. And we hear this all the time.
All the time.
These
Yeah.
things. And she said, I could quit my job and stay at home and be better off, but I'm not going to do that.
Right.
She said, I refuse to do that. And I think maybe this gave her a little bit of a push to just get out of the system, to get away from the
Try
help.
to get on her feet again.
But many people today needing IDs and birth certificates.
Yeah.
We had a situation helping a young lady get a birth certificate from a northeast state. And it was a challenge because they want you to have an ID to get an ID.
Yeah.
And you can't get anyone. It's hard to get somebody that really wants to help you.
Right.
If you call, on the phone and call these places, every now and then you'll get somebody who's really willing to help. But most of the time, they just, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, yesterday you had left, and I remained for just a short time, and the phone rang several times, and one was a young lady. I don't know, I forgot to even tell you until now, whether she called back, but she was having her power disconnected yesterday evening late, and she had 3 small children, and she was in tears. It was within 2 minutes after you'd left to go home. And I told her, it's too late for us to do anything this evening, and I just don't know. There are just so many needs.
so many. And
Yeah.
we try to help in any way we can, but not everything can.
Right.
There's not a remedy for everything.
No, it's not.
Some of the problems have so many different layers to
Yes,
them.
that is true.
You peel back one, there's another and another and another, and it's but we pray for them.
We do.
Yeah.
We try to pray with the folks and meet their spiritual needs as well.
Yes.
It's a challenge. It's very hard, and I think often people are referred to us not knowing that we are simply a storefront church. And we're not an agency. We don't receive government funding. Neither will we ever receive government funding. We're by faith. And we do an awful lot by faith with the offerings and tithe that are given to us.
Right.
But it's, even with that, there are some situations that we just can't help.
Right.
So
Not everything, but
Yeah.
But join us in praying for all
Please do.
those. In this time of year, it's tough any time,
Yes.
but especially this time of year, it just kind of makes it sting a little bit more.
yes, it does.
And for us who are on this end, wishing we could help, but just don't know what to do, because there is no housing options.
There's nowhere to send
there's-
people to get housing.
Right. We can send them to get some financial assistance,
But there's no
but
place to live.
There's nowhere to go, and those vouchers that they get, they expire over time. So
Yeah.
you're on your own to find the housing, and if you've not found anything, and some are 30, some are 90 days, that voucher expires, and then you have to
Start
go
all over
through
again.
the process again.
And the irony of all this, there are literally, I would say, thousands of brand new homes going up around us. I mean, in Kingsport, in Sullivan County, and Washington County, and within driving range of here, there are literally thousands of houses going up, but nothing that's affordable to the people that we serve.
No.
And nothing for the marginalized and low-income people. I mean, these are $200,000 and $300,000 and $400,000 and $500,000 homes, but there are no rentals and nothing to be rented within a range that anybody can afford. So homelessness is going to continue to expand and to explode. There's no other alternative.
I had someone tell me last week he's renting a home, I think $550 a month. Small home, but still, if you can get it for $550, you need to hang on
you
to
better
it.
grab it.
And it's in really bad shape. He told me that the floor is sinking in to a point to where he can stick his foot in between the flooring and the trim, and that he's having rodents come through from outside. But he said, I know that if I leave here right now, there's nowhere else to go. So I'm just having to. He said that someone had told him earlier that day that if you put aluminum foil in those holes, that the mice will not chew through aluminum foil. Because I guess they'll get that metal in their mouth and maybe,
Really? Okay.
I don't know. And he said that's what he was going to do when he went home was,
Well, this is the type of things we're dealing with every day, and it's a struggle.
Yes,
it really is.
It is.
So we do need to pray for all of our homeless and our families that are struggling, even to just keep a roof overhead. We give away grocery bags, emergency bags of groceries, and we try to keep it consistent. And if it's a family with several children, we'll put more. But just in a general bag of emergency groceries that we give out to either a single person or a couple, and it's designed to be just for 2 or 3 days to get them through or to tide them over. But even at that, Jim figured it up. Looking at the ingredients that we put in there, even if you get the market brand or the store brand items, the cheapest brands of foods that you can put in the bag, it's at least $26 of what we're putting in just a bag. And that's just enough to feed 1 or 2 people for a couple or 3 days. And we try to put like bags of dry beans and rice and things like that, spaghetti, things that will go far. But, it's just tough times.
It really is.
And so we need to be much in prayer for all the people that are struggling.
But very thankful for all the people who donate this food.
Yes.
Who donate all the churches and ministries that partner with us for our bag meals that we do every day.
Yes.
And we have a lot of new churches
yes,
the last little bit that have been partnering with us.
And I believe we gave out 90 plus food bags today.
About 95.
95 bags today. And I don't know how many emergency groceries. And even the churches that support us and bring food in and help us replenish our pantry and help us serve the bag lunches, we still spend upward of $1,000 at least every other month at Second Harvest Food Bank, sometimes more.
Yes.
We'll purchase at least a ton of food every other month.
Literally a ton.
Literally, yeah.
Because it's by weight, right?
Yes, we pay for it by the pound.
Yeah.
And so, and that's getting it at a very much reduced
which
discount.
Has went up as well, though.
Yes.
Just like everything else.
Yes.
It has went up.
But we're doing our best to not turn anybody away. The sad part of the Christmas story is there was no room for them in the inn. And if they had known it was Jesus, of course, they would have made room. But that's the whole story of Christmas and the whole story of our faith, is that we live by faith and not by sight.
Right.
And we treat everybody as if that person is Jesus.
Yes.
For, as we do to the least of these around us, that's how we're treating Jesus.
A young lady came in earlier this week needing some financial help with something that we normally don't really cover. We're not able to, but she's been coming here getting a bag meal every day for at least the last year that I know of. And she's always so very kind and so very thankful and gracious. And it's just a pleasure to be around. And I felt that nudge that was something we needed help her with because of her kindness. and her graciousness, which most people are. Most that come to the door are. But it was just, there was just something about this situation I felt like we needed to help. And I told her that. I said, this is not what we do, but because you are this way with us, you're so kind, you're so thankful, this is why we're able to help you today.
And she doesn't cuss you out like some people do.
Right. Yeah,
That goes a long way, I'll tell you.
It does, because we do get cussed.
Yeah.
I haven't got cussed today. It was borderline. I got threatened, but there were no, but hey, it's okay.
Hey, this is Shades of Grace. You all don't have a clue what we do go through here, but it's not for the faint of heart. But
you just have to let it
we do what we
roll
can, and as Oscar says, let it go, let it go.
Right. In one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
But it's still good to have some fun, and that's why I enjoy doing this show so much.
I do too.
Because we've been interrupted several times, but it just makes it fun. So, carrying on with the fun.
All right.
Questions that I have for
you.
you.
Do this because I'm almost to fall asleep.
Well, it's about time to go.
I don't know why I'm so sleepy.
Well,
I stopped and sat down.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then all that good lunch that we had today.
Oh, we did. Thank you, Miss Bell. Miss Bell brought us an authentic Appalachian Southern meal today. She brought soup beans, cornbread, fried taters, as she calls them, and chow chow.
Right.
And wasn't that great?
That was good.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Bell.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
But that might be why we're so
I bet that could have
heavy
something to do with
eyelidded.
it. I usually don't eat that much for lunch.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
But it was good, Miss Bell.
Yes.
We love you. We thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right, so what I did today is our questions are normally Bible questions. These are Christmas trivia questions.
Trivia.
Not necessarily biblical questions, just trivia questions on Christmas.
All right.
So, question number 1. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what was the first name of Scrooge?
Well, I'm not one to watch a lot of the Christmas movies and read the books and the stories, but this one I do happen to recall was named Who is Ebenezer.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
You know the name Ebenezer is in the Bible?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's in a hymn, the word Ebenezer.
It's in a hymn.
Wondered
here we raise our Ebenezer. It's a standard. It's a memorial.
Right. An honorarium.
Yeah, as Landon would say. Hey, that's another whole story. We'll have to tell on Landon another day.
That's right. Okay, question number 2.
All right.
How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Well, I'd have to do this since I lived a long time in Miami, Florida. I lived in Hialeah, which was at that time probably the second largest Cuban American city. And I have a lot of family who lives there. And some of them are married to Hispanics. And I learned a little Spanish by osmosis and by study, but just living there. But I would have to say, Feliz Navidad.
There you go. That's it. Feliz Navidad.
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Now, bonus question, who sang that song? He was Spanish. He was blind. Or he is blind. He's still alive.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Jose Feliciano.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Jose. Good old
All right.
Jose.
Question. Well, you said you don't watch many Christmas movies, but if you've been watching the TVs here over the last 2 weeks at Shades, you've watched this movie.
Oh, yes.
In the opening scene of A Charlie Brown Christmas, the characters are doing what well-known winter activity?
Well, they are skating, ice skating.
Ice skating.
Yeah, Jimmy, we have big screens in the building. We have, what is that, an 85-inch screen
85,
on that wall, and then 2 lesser, but maybe 50 or 60-inch screens on this side, which we always put our words on for worship on all the screens. But Jimmy's been using those we played the Christmas Story, and we've done Charlie Brown. And what else have you done?
We do the fireplaces.
Yeah, the fireplace scene, the snow falling, and then just a lot of beautiful stuff that we've been kind of enjoy that working here and look up and kind of helps ease the mind.
It does. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 4.
Okay.
What popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch?
Oh, well, I would say I've never heard it called that, but I would have to say that is eggnog.
Yes. Do you like
I
eggnog?
love eggnog.
I do too.
I'll tell you what I do though, Jimmy. I've been stocking up on that every time I go to Ingles or Publix
Yep.
or Kroger's, and I drink a lot of the almond
Okay.
silk. It's not really dairy milk,
Yep.
because I could buy a gallon of milk and I wouldn't drink that much. It would go bad. So, but I do like the almond flavored eggnog, and it's got a long life shelf. So, I'm going to be drinking eggnog up until probably Easter.
I got one of the Mayfield, I guess it's a quart, the one that has Santa Claus.
Of the real
on it.
stuff.
Yeah. And I had a rough day last week.
You drank it all.
And I sat down on my couch watching the news and such, and then all of a sudden I shook it and it was empty, and I had sat there and drank that whole thing.
Hey, it goes down easy, doesn't
Oh my
it?
God, it's so good.
It is good, yes.
I'm very thankful that it's only available once a year.
Yeah, and
It's so
if
good.
you don't, now I'm not allergic to dairy or anything like that, but I just happen to like the almond. That's what I've gotten used to. But if you are allergic to the dairy products, you can get the almond or different kinds of nuts that's made into a milk like they call it silk or almond milk.
Everyone in my
Coconut
family
milk.
drinks the unsweetened almond milk.
Yeah,
Because of allergies.
right.
Especially Lily. She's got a
Yeah.
very weak stomach to milk. We never have milk in the house. I'm
But
the
you
only
can
one who
get
would
that
drink it, but
eggnog with that
I
flavor.
might try that.
Yeah, it's
really.
good.
That's,
Yeah.
I know it'd be better for you.
It is.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, question number 5.
Okay.
In the song Winter Wonderland, what did they call the snowman?
Well, are we talking about good old Frosty?
No.
No.
No. I'll give you the line was, in the meadow we can build a snowman.
Oh,
We'll pretend that he is
Charlie Brown.
close. Parson Brown.
How could the preacher miss the parson?
Yeah, and that
The old word parson means preacher.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right, a clergyman.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Parson Brown.
Okay.
I didn't know that either.
Okay.
I knew it was Parson Brown. But
I bet I
always
won't
wondered
forget
why.
it.
But it was in the song. Parson Brown was like the clergy in the town that would marry people.
Okay.
So that's who they
I
were
got
referring
you.
to.
Okay, so
Yes.
they wanted
They wanted to hitch
wanted
up.
to get married.
Yeah, that's right.
Before spring came.
All right. Well, I got one more for you.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
All right.
We were talking about the 12 days of Christmas.
Okay.
This one's hard. On the 12th day of Christmas, what did your true love send to you? 12. Ooh.
12. Couldn't be 12 golden rings because you wouldn't need that many to get married.
No.
12 birds?
No.
12
It's an instrument. And someone who plays an instrument.
harps?
12 drummers drumming.
Ah, the little drummer boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Drummers drumming.
Well,
That's
you can
hard.
tell I don't know some of these.
Yeah.
And we do attribute all of these mistakes to Charlotte in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
That's right.
Thank
Blame
you,
it on
Charlotte. Thank
Yes.
you, Charlotte, for sending us. She texted us this morning. They had snow on the ground. It was 5 degrees
Ooh,
in
my
Canada.
goodness. It looked like
So-
we had snow on the ground this
Yeah,
morning.
the frost
but
looked like snow.
Frost.
But thank you, Canadian friends.
Yes.
And Chinny Doom, if you are watching this from Nigeria, God bless you. We miss you today.
We do.
And yeah, everybody, we're just glad you came to be with us today.
Yes. And I'm very curious to see how many of our Bible scholars got these Christmas trivia questions.
Right, there we go.
Donna Thompson, we're glad you're home.
Yes, Donna's
Donna
home
had surgery.
from
She's
successful
home.
surgery. Yes.
And on the mend, and I know she's watching us tonight.
Yes.
I'm curious to see how you did tonight.
That's right.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. You won't find these answers in the Bible.
That's right. All right. Well, it's been fun as always. You did good on the questions. I'm impressed with your
Well, thank you.
Christmas knowledge.
Well,
And
if I'd
now
had on my Christmas socks, I probably could have
I
done
think it's
even better.
about time to head over to Food City and grab some eggnog and head to the house.
There
What
you
do
go.
say?
I think it's just about that time. All right, Jimmy. God bless you. Good night. Good night, friends.
Good night.
We'll see you again. And don't forget to call us
That's right.
or stop by.